Hey guys, so sorry for the long wait in between videos. It's been the holidays and we've been fighting sickness, and frankly I've been recording a lot of videos and rewatching them, not really liking them, and then deleting them. And then I take a million pictures of Lily, so my space is running out on my phone, so I decided that I would try and get a video in on my camera. I probably should do more videos on my camera since the picture quality would be better, but it is a lot bigger than my phone, even though I have a really big phone, so it's a lot heavier and harder to hold. This is what's going on right now. Lily's about to have PT, and we didn't sleep all night last night, so of course she falls asleep right before her PT's going to get here. Children. So I guess, let's see. We went to her cardiologist on December 22nd, and he looked at her again and said everything essentially looked the same, and that I had to wait for the surgeon's secretary to call me and schedule her heart surgery. So after the holidays, I finally got the call and we scheduled it for January 19th. We have to go in at noon the day before to get pre-testing done, and then as far as recovery goes and how long we'll be in the hospital, it's it is up to her. The minimum is like 4 or 5 days. The average is 7 days, but it can also go longer than 7 days. So I'm really hoping that if she has to stay in there longer than 4 or 5 days, the maximum is just 7 days. It just all depends on how well she comes off the ventilator and that sort of thing, and I guess how she's healing and taking it and handling it, that sort of thing. So that's a little scary. I mean, honestly, like, it's... Sorry, I had to flip my camera so I'd stop looking at the little thing. It is scary. It's very scary. It's scary. I'm relieved. I'm ready to schedule this. God can still miraculously heal her heart, but we won't be able to find out until she goes and does pre-surgery testing. So, like, I was so ready to get this done and schedule it and have it, finally be, like, starting to get prepared for this, not being in the unknown and that sort of thing. I'm a lot better. The first day that we scheduled it, like the day that we scheduled it, I was nervous and scared the whole day. My stomach was staying upset the whole day. I was having a hard time just because it finally was setting in that we had to schedule her surgery. And so that was, but the longer I go from that day of finding out when she was going to have surgery, the better I get. However, I am going to automatically assume that the closer we get to our surgery date, I'll probably get nervous again. I mean, who wants to see their child get open heart surgery? I mean, let's be honest, that's scary and overwhelming and just hard to explain how it makes you feel unless you've been there. So on a different topic, a lot of stuff has been going on with me lately personally. It's kind of another reason why I haven't been making videos, because probably about a couple weeks maybe after Lily turned 4 months old, or maybe it was a couple of weeks before she turned 4 months old, I started feeling like not myself. I'm a very happy-go-lucky, bubbly kind of person. Like, I'm pretty much like that 24/7. I'm very slow to anger. It is hard to get me angry or get me riled up. And even if you do, I'm really good about getting back to that happy moment and that sort of thing. And so I just started feeling weird. I wasn't feeling like myself, my happy, bubbly self. Everything, my emotions didn't feel like they were changing correctly. Like if I saw somewhere someone like baby would pass away, because I've seen so much of that lately and it's really hard, but I would get sad and it would just bug me for like days. It was awful. Or like if something made me angry, like I would get angrier, or I would get angry quicker, which is not me. I'm a very slow to anger kind of a person. There's probably only a few things that can just get me angry like that, you know? So I was thinking maybe it's just because I was stressed out, all that kind of stuff. But then after it started going on for a couple weeks and it seemed to be getting worse, it started worrying me. So after talking with some very godly people in my life, I called my doctor and talked to him about it, and he decided that it would be safe, because it sounded like I had postpartum depression, and that it would be safe that I went on some non-habit forming medicine. So I have been on that now for going on 4 weeks now, and I am feeling completely back to normal. Even if I go like a long time, like if I forget to take my medicine in the morning, like I don't feel that weird again. So I definitely don't plan on taking the medicine for a long time. I really just feel like it was, because all postpartum depression is when something happens in your brain chemically that just messes up the hormones that affect your emotions and that sort of thing. And so it's just a chemical imbalance. That's all it is. So I really feel like everything is getting back to normal. I'm feeling myself. I am also doing some other things to feel better about myself. Like I was doing a lot of stress eating, which the medicine did help a lot with that. But then even when I wasn't stress eating, I was still eating really bad food. So I have gone on a diet, a really strict diet, and I'm having lots of cravings. But I'm excited for what the future holds, for, the weight I'm going to lose, not necessarily the number, but just getting healthier, because once I get all this like baby weight and stuff off of me, it'll be more comfortable to exercise and that sort of thing. And it probably won't be so hard for me, and I can get back to the way I was before, like when I was exercising all the time, which with Lily, obviously it's going to be a little hard, but it'll be easier in a physical sense. So that's exciting. I am not going to mention numbers or anything like that, because I'm not comfortable with that, but I will update you guys and like tell you like how I'm going, like how many pounds I've lost in inches and that sort of thing. I'm doing inches because a lot of times you'll lose weight, you'll barely lose any weight, but you'll lose a lot of inches. So I wanted to make sure to keep me as motivated as possible to like do before pictures, to do inches, weight, all that, just so I could keep track with that about once a week, and just kind of be able to see my progress because when you're looking at yourself every day, you don't really see the progress. So it's really good to take before pictures and measurements and that sort of thing, so you can keep yourself motivated. So that's exciting. I am hoping that I get down to around the weight that I'm wanting to be at before my friend's wedding that I'm in, or actually a little bit before we do the final fitting, so that I can have a dress that is not swallowing me, because I had to go get the first measurements for the dress right after I had Lily. So I had baby belly and all that. So that'll be interesting seeing the difference in that. I can't believe this child is still just conked out, and she messed up her rock and play, or it got dirty, so I had to wash it. So I had to bring in her bouncer in here, because for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, she didn't sleep at all last night. Her reflux has gotten really bad here lately. The doctor says that teething, because she started teething around Christmas Eve actually. It says that it's really normal for even kids who don't have reflux to get reflux while they're teething because of all the extra fluid buildup. So that's nice. I also think she's like her dad, who gets sick when he has sinus drainage, and she's been having a ton of that, and she acts like I murder her when I try to suction on her nose, so I haven't really been doing that lately. So she had a ton of sinus drainage, but this morning I finally was just like, girl, you're just gonna have to suck it up, and I did it, and I hated it. I hated hearing her cry like that, but she sounded so much better, could breathe so much easier, and that felt better and made me feel better than, you know, that it overcompensated for the me feeling bad for making her cry. So that's just something I'm probably, and the doctor upped her medication. She's already maxed out on her Prilosec, but she went up and maxed out on her Zantac as well. I also completely switched her over to the soy formula. We're not doing anything with breast milk anymore. I do still have breast milk, and that might be something I might try it again if her reflux seems to get better, or I might just wait till she starts eating baby food and using my breast milk to make baby food. So that's just something that I'll just think about when we get to that bridge and need to cross it. I don't know what else. I've been doing some really good devotionals lately, and it's kind of like Jesus has been slapping me in my face. You know, you just ever have those moments where Jesus just like smack, like you've been acting a fool. I had that. Oh, I was watching this show my mom records. It's like Joni Table Talk. And they were talking about grieving because a woman was on there who had lost her child, and they were talking about ways like they grieve, and they're like, a lot of times people who are not Christian like go for like drugs and alcohol, that sort of thing. They're like, a Christian's addiction is food. That is what they use to make themselves feel better. And that was totally me. I was totally doing that. I was totally eating food to try and make myself better instead of fully relying on God. And he just kind of, not too long before watching that's what I mean, like when I was doing my devotionals, I just kind of felt like he was just kind of being like, hey, you're not fully trusting me. And not because I don't have faith, not because of lack of faith or anything, but because I'm a mother and I get scared and worried about what could or could not happen with my child. Like, you know, you want to make life perfect for them. So, but I'm working on that, and I'm working on just giving everything to God, because there's no sense in me worrying about it because it's not going to add another day to my life. So I'm just not going to do it. I can't remember if I made this video or not, but I got a tattoo for Lily. It is my Down syndrome butterfly. Sorry about the bruise. I had to get blood taken. But anyways, my Down syndrome ribbon butterfly sitting on a lily for my Lily. So I absolutely love that tattoo. I just love it. I wanted to cry when I got done. I loved it so much. But I imagine that this video is really, really long, and I don't want to make too long of a video so you guys don't get bored with it. So I will just talk to you guys later. And again, I'm sorry. I'll try to keep better at making the videos, and I'll try and do better about making videos while she's in the hospital. I feel like maybe talking about it might make me feel better while she's in the hospital. So, but that's if she has to have surgery. We still don't know. God might still miraculously heal her heart right before surgery. So, but if she does have surgery, I'll try and document that. So more or less probably for me to try and make myself feel better. I don't know. I might be a wreck. I might not need to make videos. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. You'll have a great day, and God bless.